welcome back to my channel. Today we are actually going to go behind the scenes to a QHHT session. Now I've never actually done this before, so I'm here with my friend Amanda, who is a QHHT intern. So Amanda, what are we doing today?
Good question, Jess. We're going wherever your mind wants to go, essentially. We're going to delve into a form of hypnosis, a regression hypnosis. It's called QHHT, so Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique. It was founded by Dolores Cannon. She's all over YouTube if you want to look her up. It's quite extraordinary. That's how I actually came across her on YouTube.
Okay, that's amazing. There you go.
Yeah. And she's a master of it, and she developed her own specific technique, which she honed down. So basically every word in the script that I've learnt through her course is in there with intention.
Okay, well, alright. Yeah, I know that language is so important, so
Absolutely.
that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So who would get this form of like hypnosis therapy? Like who is it for?
Human beings.
Yeah. So like,
anyone who has questions that they have a deep desire to get answered, that they've been really trying to, look for the answers behind traumas or repeating patterns that they can't seem to get out of.
Yeah, patterns are huge. Like you can so not be aware that you're in a cycle or a pattern until someone pulls you up on it. I've seen people that have just been in cycles their whole life and they just don't know it. So
yeah, absolutely. And I guess awareness is the first step.
Yeah, 100%.
So I guess those that are aware that they have patterns that they'd wish to break are the ones that seek this kind of work. That sort of just can't seem to get the answers themselves.
People who are interested in their past lives, is that something as well that we can delve into?
Yeah, absolutely. So it does focus on that at the start of the session. And if people don't believe in past lives per se, we can view them as stories that the mind is showing us for a purpose, for the purpose of healing in one way or the other. It's good to look at it as non-literal, just like a dream, just as you would interpret a dream, look at it in symbols and, that sort of mindset of viewing it. So yes, healing of all forms can happen, of course, if the client believes in it, because that's the barrier that we all put up, not believing. So yes, healings definitely do occur in this work.
Yeah, no, I think today, my questions are more so pretty generic. Mine are more really around finding answers in terms of money, career, love and health. So what's the structure of the session? Yeah,
so we go through an interview process, where it's just like having a cuppa with a friend, get to know the client, and as you have a chat, things come out, and it's good to take note. I don't actually take notes just to make it more relaxed. And we uncover things. It's like a venting session. And then it organically leads into the session where the client lies down on a comfy bed, and we proceed with the induction, where I bring the client under into the theta state of mind, and we then go through a past life or two, or it doesn't have to be past life. Sometimes we go back to a period in the client's current life, potentially future. It's non-linear.
Yeah, and just ongoing under, a big reason why I haven't done hypnosis yet is because I told Amanda, I don't want to be out of control. I don't want anyone to have control over me. And that's not the case. So it's, you go as deep as you're willing to go. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's what changed my mind and made me go for it. So
yeah, and everyone's different. Everyone will have a different experience and notice a different way of how the process comes about. Some people will still remember it all. Some people won't remember bits, like a dream. It's as much as the person can turn their ego off, because the ego gets in the way.
Yeah, and you know, for me as well, I struggle to naturally access my intuition. So that's something that I've been really working on these last few years, and that's a big reason why I wanted to do this as well.
It's a fascinating process, really.
Yeah, and I can't wait to show you guys.
Do you want to tell me, firstly, what the reason for the visit is? To say to you, see a red bird, could you see one for me?
Do I answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. See a yellow flower.
Yeah.
See a blue car.
Mm-hmm.
See a dog and a cat.
Yeah.
See a green tree with lots of leaves and the wind blowing through the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
This is the part of the mind we'll be working with today. This is the part of the mind that has the pictures and the memories. This is the part of the mind that is active at night when you're sleeping, because this is the part that has the symbols, that has the images that we use in our dreams. So this is the part of the mind we will be working with today. So just for this little while that we do this today, have no problems and no worries. Time enough for that later. They'll always be there later. But just for this little while that we do this today, have nothing to worry about. So enjoy the way that feels, to have nothing to worry about. To have relaxation moving through the body. And as the relaxation moves through the body, if there are any tensions anywhere in the body, they'll flow right out. Flow right out. Let them go, let them go. We don't need them. We don't need them. So enjoy the way that feels, to not have anything to think about. And enjoy the feeling of total relaxation moving through the body. This is a luxury that very few people are allowed, to take time out of their busy day to just relax, not have anything to think about. So take advantage of it while you can and enjoy the experience. And remember that when you awaken, you'll feel wonderful all over, just as though you've had a nice nap, a nice sleep. You'll feel truly rested and refreshed. Anytime you do anything like this, it will always be an enjoyable experience. Also remember, if you hear any sounds in the room or any sounds outside the room, they are only natural noises occurring in the background. They will not bother you or distract you in any way. If you hear anything, it will just fade and become part of the background. Now, I would like for you to imagine and carry you back and back and back in time and space to another time, another place, where there is information we would like to find to help you in the very best way we can. The cloud is moving, it's carrying you back and back and back. We're looking for the most appropriate time and place to stop and look at and examine. The most appropriate time and place. Now the cloud is slowing down. It's stopping at the most appropriate time and place. Now that the cloud has stopped at the most appropriate time and place, I want you to drift off of the cloud, back down, down, down to the surface. It won't be anything sudden, just like a leaf drifting gently out of a tree, back down to the surface. And as you come back down, I want you to tell me the very first thing that you see down there below you, or the very first impressions that you have as you come back down to the surface. Back in time, back onto the cloud. Can you see the sky from where you are?
Mm-hmm.
Now drift back up onto the cloud, lie back into the lightness of the cloud, and float back in time and space, and back. And back. And now we'll move on to another scene, the most appropriate scene that Jess needs to see. You're now at another time and place. Can you see surroundings as you drift down from the cloud to the ground? We've seen what we need to see in that lifetime. We can leave that setting. You can move away from that scene. To can leave and they can continue on their own path. Now we can move forward or backward to another time, place. There's another time and place that Jess needs to see. Can you see another time and place?
Like it's like I really want to look forward.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if that's going to be shown to me.
It's shown if it's appropriate. It's not always appropriate to know all of the answers, but what we're shown can be worked with. Okay, so we've seen what we need to see. Now let's drift away from all of that, from all those lives. We're drifting and floating away from the life, leaving the woman, the child, there to continue on their journey. They'll find peace. They'll find what they're supposed to find. We're leaving them there to continue on their own journeys. They'll both find peace and they'll find what they're supposed to find. We're leaving her there to continue on her own path. Now I want all of the consciousness and personality of Jess to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. May I speak to Jess's superconscious, please?
Yeah, I'm here.
Superconscious, anything else that you want to tell Jess? Nothing. Nothing. Okay, now I'm asking the subconscious to recede where it belongs, with much love and much thanks for the help and information it has been giving Jess today. I know that she is really going to appreciate it, and I want the entities from the other lives that we were speaking with to also recede into the past, to the time where they belong, with much love and much thanks for the information they have given us. And remember, the things that you were watching are from the past. They belong in the past and will leave them in the past. We only brought them forward as a curiosity to learn from, to have information to help with the present lifetime. In that way, they are valuable and have importance. But as Jess listens to this recording and goes over the material and puts it into place, it will not bother her in any way, mentally or physically. This is very important, that it will not bother her in any way, mentally or physically. Any information we can find in this way is valuable, but it will not bother you in any way, mentally or physically, as you understand it and put it into place. Now in a moment I'm going to count to 10, and on the count of 10 you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over, as though you've had a nice nap and a nice sleep. You'll feel truly rested and refreshed. Anytime you do this, it will always be an enjoyable experience. Now following me up as we go on the count of 10, you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over. 1, 2. You're beginning to breathe a little faster. Your blood is beginning to circulate a little faster because you're beginning to wake up now. 3, 4. You're becoming aware of the physical body, very much aware of the physical body. You can move your arms and legs around to get the muscles working and the blood circulating, because it gets tiring laying there in one position. We're getting everything moving again because you're very much aware of the physical body. You focus on it now because you're beginning to wake up now. 5, 6, you're becoming aware of the sounds in the room and the sounds outside the room. You're very much aware of your physical surroundings. You're oriented back here in the time and place, and you're beginning to wake up now. 7, 8, you're coming up very nicely. Very nicely. 9, 10, wide awake. Wide awake. Feeling wonderful all over.
Oh.
How do you feel?
Like, I don't know what that was. Like, as in, like, I know I was there. Like, I'm here.
Yeah.
But, like, just, yeah, like,
yeah, that's
all
exactly
that stuff, like, just came kind of thing. I don't understand what it is.
That's so cool. It was gone. How long do you think you've been there?
Well, it says an hour and 9.
Oh,
I've just finished my session. So basically, I don't know. I don't have many words for it. It's definitely an experience that I've never had before. And we did record it. So I'm going to be listening to it over the next few days, because right now the messages that came to me, they don't make sense completely yet, but it seems like there's pieces of this puzzle that I need to put together to understand what the message was that was coming through to me today. But yeah, I can't believe it. I saw 2 past lives of mine, and they were very unexpected. So yeah, I don't have words for it. I don't have words for this experience, but if I do end up putting the pieces together, I think I will. Like, I know that if I keep listening over this session, I think I will get the message. But, you know, that was amazing. And I definitely recommend it if you're very into, you know, this type of spirituality and pushing your boundaries and seeking like answers beyond the surface. But no, I definitely recommend giving Amanda a call. That was an amazing experience. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.